Hi, in this video we are going to see about the sensors in Android application. So what are the sensors we are having? We are having few sensors like accelerometer, gyroscope, gravity sensor, rotational vector sensor, pressure sensor, step count sensors. So those are the sensors we are having in Android application. It's based on the device. The sensors will vary. So we are going to see few important sensor, the majorly used sensor in this application. Okay. So for this is our application. I just created a new application for sensors, and I'm just created. It's the main activity, and there is nothing in it. So we are going to build a new application over there. So before starting to get into the sensors, sensors or we are having in Android, we have a specific sensors inbuilt. It's a hardware, so it will detect the motions and whatever the sensors. In a real life, it make the users to help easily uh, using those sensors. Okay, so I'm just for before starting to the sensors, we need to just implement the sensor listener. Okay, sensor event listener. So in this sensor event listener, we need to import two methods. Okay, one is on change sensor, one on accuracy changed. Okay, so both are changing, so we just added that. For now we are going to create anything, but we are going to add that later. Okay, so first of all, we just create one sensor manager. We need to get a sensor manager over here. Okay, that is it. Okay, private latent var sensor manager. Okay, so I just get the sensor manager. So once I get the sensor manager, so for this example we are going to do only few things. So what are those things and all? We are going to use accelerometer, step sensors, and proximity sensors and light sensors. So I'll just add those things. Okay, accelerometer, accelerometer, accelerometer sensor. What is it? Okay, private var sensor. Okay, okay, accelerometer. Okay, fine. Those spellings is not important. So, okay, accelerometer. So once the accelerometer done, we are going to add another one, step sensor, step count sensor, step count sensor. Then after step count sensor, I'm going to add proximity. Then after proximity, I'm going to add light sensor. Okay, so first of all, what are these sensors? I am just let you know this. Accelerometer sensor is a tilt and motions of an angles of an mobile application. So if a mobile application is like this, if you turn like this, it has a x, y, z three angles. So which angle we are tilting, it will go. So it will used for our motion, tilting, gaming, and the mobile device tilt, all those things. Okay, so then step count sensor, it's step count sensor need at a GPS location. Based on the GPS location, it will count our steps, how many steps we are going. Like that, it will give one parameter. Parameter will be a step count. Okay, so after that, proximity sensor is a sensor which will detect the nearby substance. So like we are speaking in phone, right? When we are speaking in phone, the black screen will be blank. So that is proximity sensor. If we are not going to touch, but we are going nearby, that one means it will give you an alert. Okay, so it will calculate the distance of that object. Okay, so then light sensor, in the sense light sensor, it will have a outside light. So it will detect the outside light, how much brightness we are having. So how much brightness, so based on the outside brightness, it will, like, we can alter the screen brightness. For those things we can use this. Okay, so first we just initialize, we didn't initialize, we just declare a variable for the thing. So after this, outside of the entity, so this is a jetpack compose project. Okay, once the after the set content view only, I'm going to initialize. First I'm going to initialize the sensor. So first I will initialize sensor manager is equal to get system service, sensor service. Okay, as sensor manager. Okay, so as a sensor manager I get the sensor service. So once I got the service, we have in here we have these things, right? So for these things, for these are the things we need to get some permissions in manifest. Okay, so for we'll go and get the permission in the manifest also. Where is it? Okay, here only. So we need to get two permissions. One is um, activity recognizer permission and then body sensor permission. Okay, user permission is activity recognizer, then user permission is body sensor. Okay, body sensor permission. So both things we are getting. So this is the permission. Then once we got the permission, we need to get the permission in activity, right? So which activity we are using, which then that activity we are going to, okay, it's opened over here. So after this sensor I'm going to get the permission. So before that I'll just declare a permissions array over here. Permissions array of, okay, inside this I'm going to declare okay, both array, both senses, both things. And one more thing I need to give, yeah, okay, find location. Okay, so these sensors we are getting, and we need to get the permission for these things. So once I got this one, I'm going to add if permissions dot any, okay, this any, okay, inside any context compact dot check self permission. Okay, check self permission, this dot permission is granted. So if permission is granted, it will come inside. Okay, actually permission is not granted, it will come inside, else we are going here. Okay, in this inside we are going to activity compact dot request permission this comma permission comma 1. Okay, so if we are permission is not done, permission is not actually done, what is that, we are going to ask the permission. So permission is done means we are going to we need to register a sensor and we need to unregister a sensor. So for registering a sensor we need to we have two activity methods, right? In the activity method, on resume, on pause. Okay, this in this one we are going to register sensor, and in this one we are going to unregister all the sensors. Okay, so before that we those things is fine. So here we need to call unregister is done. So after, before, in between here, private fun get sensors. Okay, get sensors. So in this get sensor we are going to get all the sensors. Okay, so this all the sensor, in the sense we are going to give accelerometer sensor is equal to sensor manager dot get default sensor. So the type will be sensor dot accelerometer. Okay, so this is accelerometer. For like accelerometer we need to get for all those things. What are the sensor we are having? Step count sensor, proximity, light sensor. Okay, so the same thing I'm just copying. Step count sensor, proximity sensor, what is this, light sensor. Okay, so the same thing here, step count, proximity, type light. Okay, so light sensor we are also created the light one. Okay, so once it is done, we have initialized the sensor. So not now, this function we need to call after the permission. Okay, after the permission we need to call this function. So okay, so once it is done, we have to register. Now we are going to register sensor. Okay, register a sensor in on resume function. For that we are going to check. So actually all devices doesn't have all sensors, so we need to confirm this device, the sensor is there or not. If the sensor is there, we have to register it, otherwise we can't register and we can't take the value also. Okay, so accelerometer sensor dot also. Okay, so like this. So this is how we have to register sensor manager, that is register listener, this, and we are it means this one, this sensor we are registering it. Okay, we are checking it is available, and then we are censoring it. Not only this, we are going to register other tools also. Okay, so we registered four things. Okay, four sensors. Okay, once four sensor we registered, and once it is passed, we are going to unregister it. Okay, we are not going to use in the background or offline. Okay, so it is done. When it is done, then in the sensor change listener, right, sensor change listener, we are going to take the sensor. It's like whenever the sensor state change, it will receive on sensor receiver. Okay, okay, so I'm adding when, in the when event dot sensor. Okay, event dot sensor dot type. Okay, sensor dot type, in the sensor type we are going to take everything. Sensor dot accelerometer. Okay, fine. Okay, so one more sensor we need to add, it is light. Okay, for everything we added. So here what we will have, in this event we will receive a value. The value will be a array. Okay, from that array, for you need to see which is, so for accelerometer, for example, accelerometer we will get x, y and z, three things we will get. Like step count we will get x, proximity we will get x, light also we will get x. Okay, so and few other parameter also will come based on the usage or based on the parameters we which is receiving from our activity. Okay, so for now we are going to just check this one. Okay, let's close this one, and I'm just going to add few values, so few variables. Okay, list of sensors, no need. Okay, well, uh, x value is equal to mutable state of, okay, this one x, y, z. Okay, here I am step value. Okay, step value light value. Okay, so we did defined all these things. So x, y, z we will get over here. Where is it? Here. Okay, x value dot value is equal to declare. Okay, that is good, but I'm going to add x. Okay, here. Okay, then same thing for y, z. Okay, so this accelerometer will have x, y, z, because the phone tilting, right, this motion and all these motions. Okay, this. Okay, so all these motions will be x, y, z in three directions. It will detect. Like the same thing here, step value dot value is equal to, okay, this one is step correct. Proximity sensor value dot proximity, it is correct. Light value dot value, so this is also correct. Okay, so we got all the values from sensor. So now I'm just going to show you in a text based one. Okay, text. Okay, this is accelerometer text. So in this text I am going to add x value. Okay, x value dot value, x, y, z. Okay, so three things. Then okay, step count. Okay, sorry. Okay, so now I created accelerometer, step count, proximity, light. So these are the sensors are rotating over here. So we'll just run the application and we'll check if it is, how it is working. Okay, I'll just run in my application. I think we can see it over here. Find location is not granted actually. I think we forgot to add a permission over the location permission in this, not this one, in here. Okay, so now it is asking for a location permission. We'll give okay, so it is now you can see the accelerometer. It is, if I when I am tilting my mobile, so you can see the accelerometer is changing. Okay, so step count I already walked sometimes, so it is saying 72. Proximity in the sense I am having my hand near my earphone speaker, so you can see it is going to 0 and 5. Okay, so the light sensor is like if I am covering my whole mobile with this means it is going to 0. Okay, so if I am taking means it is coming out, and if I am taking to nearby light means it will go high. Okay, so 700, 600. So this is how the sensors in Android Studio it will work. Okay, thank you.